So we're in the Ahuriri, and the plan today was to go up here. Now there's quite a bit of snow sort of still hanging around up there, and the secondary plan was to go up and over this pass and into the Dingle. We'll see what happens with that tomorrow. It's pretty cold. If it's a nice day we'll make for it, but there's still quite a bit of snow up on the passes. Right behind me here we can see basically up there is where we will be heading, up and over and under the Dingle. And because I'm single crewed this trip, I'll just play things a wee bit careful. Right, well, we're at the start of the track. It's the morning. We've left the day for a little bit because I'm on holiday and I'm a bit lazy, and also to let the snow up there melt a wee bit, have some of the ice come off, so that the pass isn't too icy. Shouldn't be too bad, you know. It's not an alpine, particularly an alpine pass. So anyway, we'll start moseying up into the bush and see how we go. See if we get over to the Dingle or not. The intention is really just to get to the saddle. If we get to the saddle, make a decision as to whether we're going to go the other way or not. Got a bit of fitness to catch up on, so we'll see how we go. So after a reasonably easy forest section and gets up into here, we can see the pass now just up ahead of us. Just heard an animal hoofbeat out to our right. I'll keep an eye on that. Don't know if you can see it. There's a tower right in the skyline looking down at us. Might be some more of that skyline skiing on. Well, we've gained a bit more altitude from the valley, and those bulls up on the top here are still looking at me way up here. I'm going to be above them. See how we go. I might go back down and have a look at them from above. Dog's winding some animals. We've seen about 4 tahr, mixture of nannies and a couple of young bulls. So because we've got up here at a good time, we've got about 5 hours or 4 hours to head off the hill and get down to the Dingle Hut, so we'll go down there and do it all again tomorrow, come home. So from the top it goes down here and down, and looks like it heads down that ridge line to my right. So this is where the track enters the bush on the Dingle side, and then heads down the valley to the hut. Last little bit before we hit the flat. Up a Dingle Hut. And it surrounds. So here we go, top Dingle Hut. Wonder if anybody left any beers in here after the roar. One would be forced to say that was an air run thing for the hut. This has all been blown down in the same direction by one gust of wind. Glassed all this country up here, including this waterfall. And nothing. So, nothing seen on the way in, nothing seen last night on the wee hunt we did down the valley. No animals, no chamois, no tahr, no red deer. Certainly not the 14-point red that I would have liked to have seen, but definitely did. Very picturesque valley. We'll head back over the saddle today, which is a bit of a grunt up and over the hill, back into the Ahuriri. I just noticed this down the valley, there's a lot of cloud down there. It'll probably sit there and then rise and disperse, but it is coming up the valley slowly, so I think we probably want to get on our horse and head up and over the hill. If that rises while we're on the saddle, it just makes it a bit difficult to navigate, so get underway. So what happens with cloud banks like this when they come into a top basin is they slow down for a little bit. Well, they fill in the top basin, and then as the day warms up it then pushes up the hill in a band. So we're probably going to get caught in the middle of this band annoyingly. However, so here we go. Here's a circular rainbow, and if you stand in the middle of that you get the spectre of Brocken. I'm going to try that. And this is the spectre of Brocken. It gives you a you can just see my shape in there moving back and forward in the centre of it. It's just because the light's right behind me, being projected onto a cloud bank. Awesome. So, in my footprint from last night, we've got other footprints of this little skink who's got himself into a spot of bother here. And I wonder if he's still alive or not. He's not looking particularly happy. So I think he probably is still alive. I reckon if we warm him up, he might just survive. So we'll put him in my hand and we'll try and warm him up a wee bit, just with the warmth from my hand. He's lost his tail at some stage, something's had a crack at him. But skinks and these lizards are thigmotherms. They like to warm themselves up on warm rocks. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if he's just got himself into a spot of bother by falling into that little hole out of the wind last night and then getting really cold. There was a little bit of movement with him, so we'll see how we go. Okay, so I can feel a few movements now. I think he's starting to recover a wee bit, so I'll pop him somewhere where he's not going to fall into a hole again, and hopefully he'll recover there. There we go. In the meantime, now we've got the fog has rolled in all around us. So just as well we're near the summit. Wow, what a difference 24 hours makes. That's the saddle now. Fortunately there's no wind, but now there's nothing for views. So we'll carry on over. You can see the post there, and there's another post in the background, and then it should head over the other side of the hill. So the purpose of this video today was to figure out whether the S23 Ultra can be used to take a hunting video or not. And I think with the quality of recording that it's got in 4K, 8K, and some of the other features that it's got in terms of panoramas and slow motion, and yeah, it's got everything in the package. The only question is, does it have the quality? I'll let you make the judge of that, but I'm happy with it. And yeah, it's the second time I've been in here, maybe the third, I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, oh, good on you, dog. It doesn't matter what you do, does it? I mean, they will just, like, yeah. Anywho,